Texans, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. From way up at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch his development through the years, and right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And right side, they're going to go option here. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Carr. They'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Right there, 54, right there.
Throwing now is Carr. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Max Crosby in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. Leading the charge will be their quarterback, always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson. Watson off play action. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 19 carries, 88 yards, and a touchdown.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space because the defense will key on them.
Off the option, here's Jacobs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put them in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And down inside the 15 he goes. 43 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
On 1st down, Jacobs. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Ross Blacklock on the tackle.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the air now with Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's Cox. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Quick throw completed by Watson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
They go with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, People have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Now Carr. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Collins. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Steele. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
And this one is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 2nd down, it's Pearson. And a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. There he goes, left side. Bring it! And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. So this will be accepted as it moves. Offense backwards. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
2nd and 10. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now it's Watson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And that last throw is going to keep him climbing that all-time passing yards leaderboard as he crosses the 25,000-yard mark now for his career.
He just recently passed Bart Starr. Next up for him, Bob Greasy. That's 2 Hall of Famers, 2 Super Bowl winners, multiple Super Bowl winners. So he's getting up with the legends now. Congratulations.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Here's Watson. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there. No, it appears they're going to mark him short of the first. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Touchdown, Raiders. Christian Kirk with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And they're going to bring him down just past the 15. And a flag down as well.
What's up, man?
Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Now Carr. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. Carr now on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Steele. That catch good for only a couple. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Carr now to throw. It's caught left side by Cooks. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Carr to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lindsey.
And sometimes when you see a running back wind up out you think maybe he's just a decoy, but not in this case. He was lined up out wide to the left, turned into a primary receiver, and picked up a nice chunk of yardage.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Powers through. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Here's a give to Lindsey running right, and he'll go down at the 28.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 19-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 74 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were. And you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Faking the give. Now Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
One thing you have to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
On second down, Jacobs. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
Get ready.
A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. To throw again on second down. Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's Parsons.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
On first down, it's Jacobs. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And quickly, they get to the line. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Here's Watson. Flush to his right. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Back to throw, Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. On first down, Carr. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Well, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down, Carr. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And he will find his man Ruggs. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the 3rd quarter. Let me spit this out.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the 2nd half of Week 17 is underway. Taken from about the 12. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Let's go.
Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this 2nd half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Watson. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 41-yard line. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now it's Watson. A bootleg. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 17-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Throw left side complete. That's Cox. And they'll get him down. After a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 116 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Jacobs will take this one in for a Vegas touchdown. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
It certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out now comes the Houston offense as you take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance, as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken,
does,
correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
And some room to maneuver. And he's going to have this down deep into Vegas territory. A huge... for Houston. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone. But it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Carr. Screen pass to Lindsey. Touchdown! Phillip Lindsey with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans cut into that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Throwing on third down, Watson. Flushed out right. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 135 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Jacobs now. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 2nd and 7, Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you run into slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Watson now to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Watson. And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas. Henry Ruggs. Touchdown number 8. On the year. And the Raiders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Back now in Houston. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Pulls it in at the 13 and makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
Get him, boys! Get him, boys! Brings up second and 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Shotgun now for Carr. Over the middle, complete. It's Lindsey. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now Carr again. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 27-yard line. For that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Another try after the first down sack. Carr. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Max Crosby getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He's letting this one go for Fuller. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I usually share. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. He finds his man, complete. It's Cox. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
So that one will be accepted.
Still first down.
Check three. MP4. Rush in. Rush MP4. Shit. Under 10. 10. Slam. Take it.
Here's Jacobs. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call.
Well, all right, just call the call. We're going to play it. Come on now.
Still first down.
Check. Hey, switch gears. Shoot.
Going on the ground with Jacobs. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
Brings up second down at the 10-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson, he'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the silver and black continue to roll. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got his big tight end here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first.
He's got a man, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. Carr now on first down. And he held on to it too long. A coverage sack. Down he goes. Cleveland Farrell, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Carr. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Going to throw deep for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And his kick here is good. And that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Let's go!
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Go home, boy.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Jacobs from the gun. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Throwing now, Watson.
And he's got the hook up to Ruggs.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
Carter, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Here's Jacobs. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Carlson now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. And this will be swung out for Lindsey.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Carr's throw complete there to Johnson.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Throwing on first down is Carr. And the Raiders have got him. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. To throw, it's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And this throw will be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Raiders come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking.